Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. There we
Alright, let's
go.
do this. Okay.
Did you see my amazing 5-9 summary match?
I mean, I was okay, I guess. But, yeah, I'll screenshot it to you now so we can. Can you see this?
I see it. I see it.
Okay, sweet. I think I can tweak the settings a little bit.
It's looking
Uh,
decent for me.
yeah, so I'm hoping your internet speed is kind of fine to stream this. Um, Okay, so you're versing Master Yi Jump. So before I get in game, I always, if I were you, I'm speaking if I were you, by the way, so it would make more sense. So before the game starts, I'm in load up. I would check my my matchup and my laners and my enemy laners. So if you're versing Yi, so because I don't have any like big experience with Udyr, would you say you are advantageous in this matchup?
I'm good until he hits 6. When he hits 6, it starts
Until
to
he
be a
hits
problem.
six.
Early is
Yeah,
really easy.
that makes sense. Yeah, I would agree on that too. Plus, now if you take a look at your laners, I would say maybe Lux would have higher probability of having priority over Nivea, right? Because it's just one E versus a Nivea Q.
That's true.
Which I would say she would have priority. I think these two are your main threats, so I would say this area, river area, would be your most dangerous area to be in because of how much gap close they have. Lux, Camille, excuse. So you're very dangerous over here. I would say.
Oh, okay. Well, I really don't want to spoil the match. I was going to. I'm gonna
Uh,
save it. I'm not gonna say what I said. I really do want. I was there for a majority of the game, early game, honestly.
Right. That's fine. It's fine. It's just it's better that your natural mistakes and flaws are showing here, so I can actually tell you what your main problem is, your weaknesses, and what your strengths are. Okay, so this is nice, clear. I would have started here too. I would have started bot side because you don't have any problems meeting this guy, so it's better to match his pathing, right?
Right. I actually instantly went into his jungle to see where he was, but he got
Cool.
out in time. I really wanted to kill him.
Alright. So what was your game plan when you were going inside his jungle here?
I was
Was
hoping
it
that
to
I'd find him at Wolves. I was hoping I'd either find him at Wolves or Grunt while he was clearing.
right. This is okay, so this is this clear right here, this boom 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 right here. This is a kind of a general clear a lot of junglers like doing, especially Lee Sin and some I think there's another jungler, but yeah, like a lot of AD junglers like to do this if they don't want to meet the jungle, the enemy jungle.
Oh,
So,
it's like a
okay.
safe route then.
Yeah, it's a really safe route. Like Lee Sin, for me, when I start this side and I'm playing Lee Sin, I go boom boom. Right here, check your chickens, take this, and then gank bot if I can. Take this, gank mid. Like it's one of the two.
Wait, I don't
So
know
we
what
try.
happened. The game just stopped sharing. I hear it though.
Oh really? Um,
Oh,
we
oh
try.
okay, never mind. I'm actually a little bit sleepy. I'm gonna use that excuse. Sleepy. I was gonna say I'm boosted, but that's not true.
It's fine.
I was looking at the other app instead of Discord.
Mhm. So you end up taking his wolves, and then you see. I think you see it instantly, right? Okay, good. You see it instantly pan out. Do you flash with
I
this?
flashed on it. I
Boom.
thought I'd save a Nivea, but not quite.
Uh huh. This guy doesn't meditate, does he? Oh, he didn't level meditate. It's crazy. Right.
Wow, and I got out. That's how I got out of it then. I thought I got lucky
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And then, oh, for right here, right? If I was to see Yi only with that one buff, blue buff, if I was to see Yi with only that buff right there, the moment I kill him, it would have been an instant decision to go to his red because it is enough time. Just
Oh,
enough time, though, I'd say.
I didn't even notice you didn't have that. That's my bad.
Oh, oh well, I think that's just how to say it, a little bit of critical thinking. 2 minute 43. He ganks. When you saw him, he was level 2, right? There's no way he has double buff at that time. So that's one thing.
That's free
And then,
red.
so imagine 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds. And the distance for walking here to red is around 20 seconds. Would you agree?
Yes.
And then, so it's around 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds ticking to take this thing, which is more than possible with Udyr.
Right.
But if you already made if you would have made the decision to go into your jungle, then it's already too late, because it's pretty much like a league of seconds in this decision right here. Okay, so I think it's a good decision to go for top scuttle right here, because that's the thing he would probably gone to after he takes his red.
And I also see Camille.
Oh right. So you try to gank I mean, it's not bad. You're level 3. You have the kit to gank, right?
But so she just ends up being real. She just
dies.
1-for-1. All right.
Yep. All right. So you have to last it. Yep. Does this guy have TP? He doesn't have. Wow. He's ignite. Okay. So take all that you can. Yeah, I would have taken everything here. At best, try to let it crash slightly towards Aatrox so it pushes to him. That smite right there is a little debatable, because early smite is kind of important, I'd say. Okay.
That's the
I mean, it's fine though. you got a lot of XP though. That's huge. Oh, but that's the one thing you didn't see, did you? Right there, where he went into your jungle. What does he do here?
Oh my god! He actually takes my wolves, and then he gets a TP from Camille.
Ah, yeah. Ah, I see.
I didn't even know
this
he was
guy
in
passed,
that
alright.
Yeah, it was
end up
good.
getting. Yeah, that was a good passing by him. Alright, I guess that's kind of unlucky, but yeah, that's fine. What do you do here now? For me, I would already assume these two are all gone. Like, cause think about it. How many seconds were you dead? How many seconds were you dead? Right here. Honestly, like, I don't think you saw this. Let me take a look. Let's see. I don't think anyone could have saw this if we would have fought before.
You are right though, but I should have assumed that whole top side was gone. I should have just ran bot.
Yeah. Okay. So Mastery didn't show anywhere. So you dying here is not it's kind of more unlucky on the unlucky side than speculation, I'd say, because he didn't show anywhere. If Anivia was good, she could have at least wanted some push here to actually show. But then again, who the hell expects Mastery to do that?
Exactly, and then gets the follow up TP.
Yeah, Mastery would have done this, like after you killed him over here. But yeah, that's pretty smart by that guy. But by now, oh shit, I forgot to check how many seconds you were dead for. Okay, 12 seconds right here. That's 32 seconds. That's 32 seconds, because it takes you 20 seconds to get over from base over to over here. So that's 32 seconds that he bought by killing you, and you should assume that these two camps can be cleared within those 32 seconds. Okay. So I would have just completely just abandoned this side and gone straight to my bot.
I see that bot is pushed up too. I was thinking about maybe I could get the golems if I were to run bot first and then possibly gank bot. That might have been a possibility. Alright,
so up until this point where you died over here, you parked in a curvature where it's like really efficient, because it's like you're not turning back and like that. If you do that, then it's really inefficient pathing, because you're wasting time when you could be pathing like in a more linear fashion. But right here, this is I think where you lose the tempo in the game, because you coming here was pretty much just like there was a high probability both your top camps were gone, so you pretty much kind of wasted time here.
Right.
You lost XP while this guy's hard farming. So the best decision would have been just to curve linear pathing by going bot, I'd say.
So starting Raptors and then Golems, or
Raptors then Golems, yeah. And then look for something here, because one thing I forgot to mention, before the game starts, you already have to have your win condition down. Like, you got to know which lane it is that you gank that will win you the game. In my opinion, I think it's not Aatrox, because Camille can outplay an Aatrox like regardless of if he's not 5 kills up, he has a good chance of dying again to Camille no matter how many times you gank her. And I think bot lane would have been your win condition, because it's a Kindred ADC first of all, super like easy to gank, and you guys have high damage. So like I think this would have outweighed ganking this lane. or you need, when you jungle, right, you already need to have a set win condition, like the general side of the map that you need to win in order to close out the game. For example, I would have done bot side because it's closer to Mountain Dragon, and I want to play around Dragon because bottom lane can help me take it, and these guys naturally win this lane just by looking at the matchup, because look at the range advantage of the auto attack, Lucian versus Kindred. So
That's
I would have
true.
already analyzed it. I would have already analyzed it and been like, okay, so bottom naturally wins, so I should just help the winning lane and break their tower and then break the game.
Because I didn't spend any time bot, really. I should have.
Alright. So what's your stuff? Because when I took a look at your op.gg, that's just a full Trick2G account. Or like... or
I got a lot
And I
of
thought
inspiration.
yeah. For not even your first year, this is your fourth year playing Udyr. Damn, I got respect for you there, but Jesus. I think your playstyle, I'd say, is more like one of those hardcore playstyles, because you have 1.92 KDA, right? For a jungler, that's like very, very, how to say, 1.92 is kind of that like die for kill kind of KDA, and I feel like you're on that like very, how to say, mediocre style. Like you either pop off or you int kind of style. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's true,
Maybe.
because I definitely did go to that int route this game. I flashed for QB kills for no real reason.
Yeah.
You'll see.
So you're on that like YOLO kind of KDA, I'd say. But I think I can spot your mistakes as we go on. So first of all, when you ever get counter jungled like this and you die, don't go back to it, because it's honestly the biggest waste of time. Just part the opposite side and then play around, and also have a win condition set. Like already have which lane you're gonna mainly like get their first, help take their first tower. So this isn't the answer, I'd say, because Aatrox can only do so much when you gank him. So I'd say it's this lane. Mainly because of their kit and how much better it is compared to the enemy team. Okay, so he asked for help in the dragon, they get it. You get red. How much is gold difference do you have to Yi? 600. It would have been like 300 if you took your chickens and golem instead of going top, I'd say.
And that'd be easy.
So Yi's already winning in the hard farm game right now, just because of that one little play at top over here.
It actually does even up though. It's gonna come soon. I'm spoiling the game a little bit, but it starts to get close and then it gets out of my hand.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Oh,
And that's just free.
Nice.
That's boosted dives right there. I don't know why. Like, that's the stuff I don't understand, how I can't carry sometimes. When I see a top laner like that, I feel boosted. Because I feel like, geez, she'll int into the tower. I can definitely carry this.
Okay, let me take a look at. Oh, and another thing you should always be doing is whenever the jungle shows on the map, keep your tab checks on what items they have, because it gives you a good idea on what the dueling is going to be like if you do end up meeting him. So just by looking at this, you know that your 2 longsword cannot outweigh the skirmisher smite with berserker attack speed, right?
Right.
And he's not to mention he's also got ultimate. So whenever you meet him, you're not going to win the 1v1 100%. No matter how much you try to outplay him, no matter whether you have red buff over him, it's not going to work. Just by looking at the item difference. He's got skirmishes challenging smite over you, so you know how it's pretty much like an exhaust and an ignite together. The smite on this red smite.
Does a lot of damage.
Yeah, so pretty much the chance. Don't hope for a 1v1 at this point in the game. If the game pans out like this, because there is no chance whatsoever, just because of the item difference. So I'd be just looking to hard farm as much as I can. This Camille's being proactive, hard push the lane in, and then looking for where you are, trying to find a jungler.
She's really good at that.
Oh wow, I don't understand why she didn't ulti right there. That's a kill.
I thought she would have too. I thought she just didn't have it, but
she did have it. Oh no, she didn't have it. It was coming up. Right. Okay, that makes more sense. I'd have ulted right there.
And you probably could have killed me there too.
Yeah. Okay, this is a bad pathing. Oh my god, you almost died to it, Jesus.
I had to drop the smite.
Correct me if I'm wrong, is it not, I'm pretty sure I saw an Udyr player, because there's a challenger Udyr player that I see in my games a lot. He like, whenever he takes chickens, doesn't he, do you not level up your Phoenix at all? Is that just a Udyr thing where you just, it's better to spend that point on something else?
Well,
Rather
usually I
than
just try and
Phoenix?
max out Tiger first, and then I put a point into it if I need it. I
Right,
usually just go
right.
for a rush in level 5
But
Tiger.
yep, I think right there you should,
Mid.
in order to have most efficient pathing in chicken, you should try to take the little ones first, or just clear the big one at like really fast first by smiting it. If you don't have smite, just take the little ones first, because you do know the little chickens do the same amount of damage as the big one, each little chicken.
Oh, and can I ask that we rewind that? Because I have a feeling that I might have. I think it was just like a small possibility when Anivia died that I could have killed Yi.
Yep, sure.
I don't. I should have.
Your health predicament is looking for a double kill to you right there if you were to go. I think it
Oh,
was right decision not to help.
he just overcommit so hard.
Like, but the thing is, with your health that you had there, you could have never predicted it would end up like this. So like, I feel like you helping was not the right decision, but the way it panned out, if you did go, it probably would have traded 1-for-1, but I still wouldn't have done it, because like who would have known it would have led to like that.
Right, that's just risky. I see.
Yeah, that's just the risk play. It's pretty much just gambling right there. Like, it would have panned out, but if you were to go, that's gamble. That's an impulsive decision. So yeah, for me, I would have. I don't know if that's an Udyr thing, but for me, if I was to start level 1, I'd just take this, and I'd probably, because you guys are both hard farmers. So whoever has the higher level just naturally ends up. The game flows towards them. So for me, I would have just hard farmed against this, because this guy's gank threat is very low.
Okay.
Because like, imagine, because he did this right, blue, grump, scuttle, mid. Imagine if you did like, I'm not sure if you can take chickens really nicely, but red, and then wolf, see him have mid, go straight to his red. Like, something could have happened right there. You could have like matched his wave clear, if not better. Like the scuttle.
I did go for like a risky invade too. It spent a lot of time.
I feel like early invades against junglers, you are 100% know is gonna path, because Yi isn't guaranteed to go like this path. Yi can do this path right here. So unless you 100% knew it's the kind of jungle that paths like this, then I probably wouldn't have done that. I would have just straight line path the same way Yi tries to straight line path.
So you did say just red into wolves, possibly a gank mid in between blue, or just secure my blue.
Say again. So
I was asking about the clear, because you were saying that I should start level 1 red and then wolves into either a gank mid or blue buff. No, you did say probably check.
No, I said red buff. When he shows right here, let's say you were taking this, and then he's on this, right?
Right.
And you're taking wolves, he's on this, right? You're taking blue, he's on this, right? So it's kind of like if we would have matched like the camps, and then by the time you're kind of finished blue, he's already like ganking mid, and he took kind of a while to gank that too. You could have either made the decision to counter gank right here, but then you'd be even stronger. You'd be level 3 instead of being level 2 with only red buff. So you'd have a higher probability of making, how to say, capitalize off this kind of play by either taking his red because he's busy at mid, or you can help her at mid. It would have depended on like the health, but yeah, I reckon I would have pathed like that instead of going red to straight to wolves and then making a risky play like that. Because imagine if you remember that time where Yi was level 2 with blue buff attacking her.
Right, I remember.
Imagine if when because he did level up when he killed her, by the way. Imagine he was level 3 and he used his meditate, and you stunned him and he meditated, and she would have finished you because you already flashed. Remember? So
Yes.
that play right there was kind of like, it was on your side only because he didn't level his meditate. But if you were to make the right decision, it wouldn't have been red to wolf. It would have been red to wolf to blue, level 3 from Scuttle, and then makes either kill him, trade him, or do something here.
Okay.
Or or you could have waited here and then kill him as red because he's not dead, right?
Exactly. So it's more of a gamble what I did.
Yeah, because he's level 3 and he doesn't have red. You have red, so you would have like 100% like probably killed him because you said you do kill him when you in early levels, right? So
right, and then it gives me options too to have a kill potential, and then
and then you kill him, and then you take his chickens, then you take his golems, and game over pretty much from the beginning, and then he can't do anything. So I feel like your pathing early game invade is very, very risky. One thing goes wrong, if he's a good jungler, he can take all your camps off it after he kills you.
okay, that's something I'll try and refrain from that because I didn't even check where he was starting either. So
Yeah.
that's
That's another very important thing. Or you have to know where he starts in order to understand like where the highest probability of where he will be, right? A good way to find out is to check the top laner's mana bar and health bar, because they generally tank one shot or use an ability. So if it's slightly gone and they haven't attacked any minions, it means it was top. And or if you just check their bottom lane's health and mana bar, and you check that whether it's been slightly skimmed, then you know which side he started.
okay.
Yeah, that's one good way.
That's something I don't think a lot of players even think about because others would be like, "Oh, just wait till they come to lane late." And mana, that'd be missing for sure.
Hey, some people they play mind games on you, and they do these things called fake leashes, where they don't come to lane for a long time. He's at top, and then they just pretend like they leashed it, so you kind of think that he started bot when he started top. So it's really important to have some visual confirmation.
Okay.
Yeah. So where's the turning point here? What's the point where it's like, oh, okay, we lost?
We don't lose until shoot. This is like the turning point right here.